Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is Friday the 5th of April 2024, public holiday here in China, and I'm looking at this new Acid Rain Rail Last Line of Defense Bucks Shockraider. Basically this is a Bucks team trooper, which is nice as opposed to having a named character, and there are 6 named characters in the Bucks team so far, I believe. 5 guys and 1 girl. Am I missing someone? Or maybe Damien, but I don't think there's been a Bucks team Damien release, which would make it an extra one. Anyway, let's have a quick look. Still got the bag on. Nice artwork, looks pretty cool. I prefer that one to that one, but maybe that's another figure coming out. Or that's been released already, not sure. Looks pretty cool on the back. A bit lighter than usual. The assault rifle looks new. The pistol looks the same. But a nice looking figure. I'm looking forward to this. The shoulders have a bit of issue with articulation. Unfortunately, but the rest will be fantastic, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let me pause this, unbox it, set it up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. What a fantastic figure. Really surprised with this. I knew it was going to be good because, you know, 99% of Acid Rain World figures are good, but really surprisingly good. No issues as such that I found so far. There's a weird thing. We'll look at that in a moment. You can see that he shoulders the gun very well. Very well indeed. Look at that a bit closer in a moment. Accessories. So he's got everything on him except the 2 little, I guess, clips for a gun. Not his gun, no, not that I could see. But there's 2 like that. They can also fit on his vest, which is really nice. I have to have a closer look at the guns and see. Okay, let's get a close look, but before that, consider joining the Patreon, link in the top right of the screen now. You can see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, plus it's exclusive content from time to time, and also prize draws of one happening later this month, April 2024. Okay, so close look of him and the gun. You zoom out. No, that's better than to zoom out, but he just looks great. And that sort of look of the goggles is reminiscent of the early Acid Rain, so I really like that. Very nice. Shows that gun very well. Got to the bicep, but it holds it nicely. Can pull it better than that if I wanted to, probably. Let's get this arm up. He's let go. And get some needle pliers to bend his thumb in position, and then he's going to hold it even better. Oh, ouch! There we go. Hold it even better again. Now he's properly shouldering that gun. Really holds it well. This is one of the things about Acid Rain World. They make the stocks to fit with the figures, so they can, most of the time they can shoulder the gun. With some other lines, the stock is longer and it's really hard to shoulder the gun, but very well done there. He just looks great. Okay, let me take that off again, or rather just put his arm up. So you can see there are 2 little pouches there where these can fit in, but I can't see anywhere on the gun. I can try taking out his magazine on the gun, or his clip on the gun. Oh, this is so hard to do. In fact, I'll get my same pliers again, since my fat fingers aren't going to do this. And, oh, no, it's not a tight fit, so you want to be careful. I mean, if you put it in upside, maybe if I put it upside down, the fat part of the bottom, it'll fit nicer. Or maybe it won't fit. No, probably that way it'll work. But yeah, it's not a tight fit, so just be careful if you do put them in, or put them in, force them upside down if you want to stay in. But they do fit in there. Ah, I said that, and now the second one's not fitting in the first one. Anyway, the thing that I find weird, I'll tell you that why I'm still attempting to put these in there. In fact, I'll look at his gun first while I'm telling you about that. The thing I find weird is on his helmet, and we'll look at that in a second. Nothing on the gun I can see that moves. This doesn't come out, so those clips a bit strange. So on the helmet, you can see he's got this joint there. Zoom out a little bit. Ooh. But that just does that. That brings that forward, which seems a bit strange. I'd rather something came down from it. Also, this part comes off, and you can see he's got a bit of his forehead flesh exposed, and his head behind there. I'd imagine you can take that bottom part off as well, actually. Let's have a look. Oh yes, so you can get a head like this. Very cool. That's an awesome looking head. So you can get some variation in your troopers, one like that. You can have with just the bottom part on. You can have the trooper with the head and the top part. So you can have one, you can have head is 1, head and this is 2, head and bottom is 3, head and both is 4. 4 variations of the trooper. I've got to buy one more now, so I've got 3. But they all look slightly different, which is nice. That's a very cool feature. That head with the top part seems just a bit of a strange thing. Okay, head is on. So that could be a variation like that as well. I mean, you could have 5 variations. You could take that part off, or you could... does that actually swap around, I wonder? That's what I'd rather do. I'd rather have it this way, but I don't think it can actually do anything for him. Yeah, you could have it upside down like that, I guess. Kind of fits. Doesn't really see very clearly. Then that could go up like that. So you could have an extra variation instead. Sorry, dropping stuff there. So that's not so that'll be what's that, 5 variations you could have. But that's how he comes, like this. Very cool. And then quickly try and put these little clips inside his pouches again. More light would be slightly easier for me to see. Okay, there's one. So this one is slightly tighter. Okay, they're staying now, but if I shake it, I'm pretty sure they will drop out. He also comes with this nice pistol. I love that acid rainbow guns have their drilled barrels. And that you can see, you could attach something to the underneath there, but there's no attachment, so maybe something else will come out in the future. He will hold this very well. The fingers feel a bit stiff compared to some of the other acid rain rods, but not in a bad way. Very, very cool. Let's get a look at his articulation. Now this is where usually the acid rain weld and this current sort of buck fall down on the shoulders for lateral raise, but I've had a little play before I put this on camera and the shoulders seem to be better. So head, with the helmet on, it gets a good left and right, still gets a side to side but small without the bottom part be more, and forwards and backwards. Backwards is amazing, forwards is okay, the vest stops it. You can remove the vest if you want. Shoulders all the way around. Now the part where they've improved is that I can push the shoulder even more upwards and outwards to the side. Look at that, it's not popping out of joint. I'm getting a nice 90 degrees, so that's fantastic. There's also a shoulder, he says popping his off at the waist. There is a shoulder roll. It's small, but it's there. Biceps over 90 degrees as we expect from acid rain weld. Not as great as some of the other ones, but that's, you know, that's fantastic. Hands, they turn, and you've got gun articulation on the right, and you've got the wave on the left. I prefer this articulation to the joint you've got to line up, because this is just quicker. Trunk, forwards, backwards, not really much side to side. You can turn. Waist. No, there's no separate waist turn. It's all from the trunk. So that's one minus point. Hips, quite far, all things considered. There is a thigh turn. Forwards, the sculpting gets in the way. Backwards is pretty damn good. Not actually turning out to the side. That's pretty impressive. Double kneecap. Nice and tight. These look like a manganese though. That's the problem. Not like, sorry, like yeah, a manganese as opposed to argots. But very nice on the knee bend. There is a foot turn, a boot turn. There is a small tippy toe because the sculpting on the heel gets much a shame. Dorsiflexation, get the tongue underneath, and you get a small dorsiflexation, and you get the foot swivel in and out. So nice articulation on a nice looking figure. I might have to buy 2 more just for variance. Money. Okay. Let me see what happens to my job first. I'm in the process of trying to renew my contract, and so if that happens, I'll get to more. If not, then I've got to think what to do next. Anyway, let's put this in. Let's stand him up. Okay, let's get an idea of his size and do a quick comparison with some other figures. So he should be the standard size that we're used to with modern 118 around the 4-inch mark. And he's standing at 4.5 inch, just under 11 cm. So if I compare him, let me use one of the recently released Joy Toy Army Builders, one of the new ones. Whose feet? Don't want him to stand up now. There we go. The Acid Rain, the Bucks team guy here. The Shockraider is slightly taller. If I compare him to my favourite New Sentinel with the Fortnite Fade head, he would be slightly taller again. If I compare him to my Fresh Retro Robot, my MPO1, not the MPO2s. Oops, you can barely see that. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Slightly taller again. If I use a Boss Fight Studio figure, again, just a touch taller. It might be the helmet. Take the helmet off, just the head. It might be the same. So scales very well as you would want and as you would expect. In fact, I will use my Fortnite AIM custom because he's slightly bigger than some figures. Let's have a quick look. And he's a tiny bit, a millimetre or so smaller than my Fortnite AIM sort of custom figure. What a fantastic figure. Really nice. I think they've done a cracking job on this one. And I'm going to open up the Bucks team and Kylo next and have a little play of that. That'll actually be pretty cool as well. Let's get have a quick look at him. That helmet, you can, with the different options, get 2 more. You get different looking troopers. It's just a nice option. I just wonder if they're going to release a gun that will take these clips in the future. But very nice details. And as I said, and as you saw, he can hold his gun. He can shoulder it, and he can hold it very well indeed. The only thing is the gun is a bit wide, so I would have to try and bend the thumb a little bit to grab things nicely. There we go, but that's not on his shoulder now. Let's get it up there. Back on top form with this. Very nice indeed. Oops. And a little helmet part of his head's falling off again. A really nice figure. Great job by Toys Alliance, Kit and Lau. Highly recommended. Okay, so awesome. Actually, signing out. Saying please like, share, subscribe. Check out my Patreon if you're not done so already, and also check out the video description for some discount codes or some toy sellers. And I'll see you in the next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.